Hi, my name is Taenyun. Today I'll talk about how we can categorize and compare the different roles of AI based on Laypeople's perception on behalf of other authors. Today, we interact with various AI-driven technologies from AI speakers to AI autonomous vehicle all day. Most studies either treat these AIs as a single entity or domain-specific entity. Both approaches have pros and cons. If we consider AI as a single entity, we may end up ignoring the fact that there are a variety of AI applications from domestic to medical domain, which raise an issue of level conceptualization. Users may evaluate the various AI differently as we think doctors, journalists, and politicians are not the same. However, if we study AI as a domain-specific entity, we might not be able to generalize the findings from a specific contextualization to another context, which would raise a lack of generalization issue. Thus, it is important to balance generalizability and contextualization. With this balance in mind, this study will categorize and compare AI in some groups. There are several attempts to categorize various roles of AI in different contexts, such as communication, morality, and domestics. For example, Sundayan이 categorized AI in communication context, Coxeter in terms of morality, and Daltonhan and colleagues in domestic context. However, these previous studies categorizing AI are limited in the way that they are either highly theory-driven or entirely data-driven. Thus, this study will categorize the AI into several categories, balancing both theory and data-driven approach. First, we will use mind perception as a theoretical background, because AI itself is a simulation of human intelligence or mind. Mind can be perceived as agency, the ability to think and plan, and experience, the ability to sense and feel the emotions. AI can have varying degrees of agency and experience. For example, people who think that AI autonomous driving system has higher level of agency than AI vacuum cleaner, and AI social robots have higher level of experience than AI speakers. Also, will control perceived AI and human control because autonomy is one of the unique feature of AI that is different from other technologies. As humans hand over certain levels of control to AI, AI may have limited control with full human authority to full control with no human intervention. Finally, we'll consider moral agency of AI. AIs may need certain level of moral agency as they are beginning to take on some social roles. AI can also have various levels of moral agency. AI can be dependent on pre-programming to follow certain moral principles or follow their own morality. The three assessment indicators discussed in the studies are credibility, attitude, and social approval. Credibility is a positive perception the recipient has towards source of information in terms of trustworthiness, expertise, and goodwill. Trustworthiness is about whether AI is perceived as reliable or not. Expertise is about whether AI is perceived as capable. Goodwill is about whether AI is perceived as caring for users. Attitude refers to an individual's positive or negative evaluation of AI technology. Attitude can influence whether individuals choose to adopt or reject AI technologies. Also, social approval refers to an individual's perception of others' approval or disapproval of the technology. It can be an important factor in influencing individuals' own adoption of the AI technology. Thus, the current study will try to first categorize the AI based on users' perception of the defining nature of AI. Second, compare AI in terms of credibility, attitude, and social approval. For this experiment, we recruited a total of 732 participants from Student Tunafu and Cloud Research. They answered questions about the evaluation of 10 different roles of AI. First, we conducted a principal component analysis of 28 items from the mind perception, moral agency, and perceived control before conducting clustering analysis. It showed that agency, experience, AI control, and morality can be considered as one dimension, which explains 35% of variability. We named this dimension as AI autonomy because all of this measure represents a notion of AI being sentient and having its own will. The second analysis also showed that the user control and dependency can be considered as one dimension, which explains 15% of variability. We named it as human involvement because these measures all represented the dependent nature of AI. Then we conducted K-means clustering for 10 different roles of AI, and the elbow method and Slim method suggest that 4 clusters are optimal. In turn, we identified 4 clusters of AI. AI tools are low in both AI autonomy and human involvement. They are made to help automate simple tasks in the industry. AI assistants are high in AI autonomy but low in human involvement. They are made to help users reach their goals and do tasks that usually requires a high-level training. AI servants are low in AI autonomy but high in human involvement. They are made to follow orders from people and do tasks that do not require lots of specialized knowledge or skills. AI mediators are high in both AI autonomy and human involvement. They are made to work with people to achieve interpersonal or communication goals and to help people talk to each other. To compare the assessment of different AI clusters, we conducted Markova with age, gender, race, and education as covariate. We found that age and education violates the assumption of homogeneity of the regression law, thus excluded from Markova. Gender and race showed significant main effect on the assessment of AI. We analyzed these demographics as post-hoc analysis. The results show that AI mediators are generally the most favorable, and AI tools are the least favorable compared to others. AI assistant and servant are generally similar and evaluate better than AI tools, but AI assistants were considered to have higher goodwill than AI servants. Based on our findings, we suggested several future directions for designing AI. When it comes to AI tools, they are assessed the most poorly among clusters. We need them to have more AI autonomy and human involvement. This means that AI tools should have better problem-solving skills, more empathy, and should understand their users. At the same time, it is important to include human involvement to help users realize the limitations of AI and set the limits to AI tools. Advanced chatbots such as ChatGPT might help boost up AI autonomy and human involvement in AI tools. Moving on to AI assistants, they are assessed more poorly than AI mediators. In order to have better assessment, they need to allow more human involvement. This can be achieved by providing explanations for their decision-making processes, ensuring that humans are involved in their decision-making processes. Let's talk about AI servants. AI servants were assessed more poorly than AI mediators and less goodwill than AI assistants. For a better assessment, they might need more AI autonomy. For example, they should also show proactivity in their work by anticipating the needs of their users before being asked. Finally, AI mediators have been well received by the society. AI mediators showed higher level of performance, which means AI autonomy, but at the same time, users were allowed to choose whether to accept or reject their suggestions. This highlights the importance of balance between AI autonomy and human involvement in order to create a successful and effective AI system. There are several limitations in our study. In this study, we used the scenario-based approach to study 10 different roles of AI. Thus, we may have omit some AI roles such as AI movie recommender, financial advisor, judge, or influencer. Also, the other factors such as tangibility and the nature of tasks may also have influence on how users perceive AI, but we did not include them. Additionally, our sample may not be representative in some demographics in males, people with no high school degree, and racial minorities. Thus, in the future, studies may be needed addressing these issues. In conclusion, our study identified two laypeople perceptions of AI autonomy and human involvement. Based on the two dimensions, we identified 4 clusters of AI. The results show that importance of balance between AI autonomy and human involvement. AI autonomy by itself is not enough to make people like AI. Human involvement are needed for better evaluation of AI. These findings show the importance of human-AI collaboration for better evaluation of AI. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.